Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for another Faithful Friday. What a time to be alive. Well, here, just blessed to talk about how faithful God was on this week. I'm telling y'all, I had a plan. I had a plan for how I wanted today to go in terms of what I wanted to put out there into the atmosphere. But God said no. He had something different in mind, and there's no agenda. I am literally just talking about the week, being transparent about some of those things that I had to get through and grow through. As God just continues to use me and the gifts that He has placed inside of me. I know this morning I woke up, I had a terrible headache. When I say terrible, it was one of those type of headaches where you can't move. And I felt the headache coming on last night. However, I ignored it. And that's what we can do sometimes. We can ignore those things that our body is trying to tell us. I knew I probably should have took some medicine before I laid down, but I was so exhausted. I just passed out. I literally just passed out. I'm in the Midwest. On yesterday, it snowed, but I was determined to make it to the gym. So I went to the gym, got home from the gym, ate dinner, and I just fell out. I fell out just knowing that I could feel that headache coming on. So I paid for it this morning, took a little bit to get it together, but God is good. He will get us through some things. And so I got up, got my day started. And as I even tried to prepare with what I previously wanted to put out there, God said no. He said no. And so we have to follow those promptings that sometimes when God is telling us not right now, we're going to do it this way. We will do it that way later. And so on this week, I've continued to command my morning. On Monday, I was listening to a sermon from Pastor Mike in which he spoke on arresting anxiety. The name of the sermon was Arresting Anxiety. He is on YouTube. I have been following him since the COVID era, and one of my soul sisters had sent it to me, and I was like, well, I don't have time to watch it today. So Tuesday, I was able to finally tap in, and it was on arresting anxiety. Those different things that can try to jump on us and stress us out and make us feel like life has just become overwhelming. And I said, well, as I was listening to the message, I said, well, I don't think I really struggle with anxiety. That's not, I'm known to put my faith feet forward and just trust God. But keep in mind, when you listen to something and you're in tune with that, the enemy is going to try you in the area that you think that either you've healed or that you're successful at. And so if he can't get us with anxiety, sometimes he'll try to get us with doubt. He'll try to get us with fear. And immediately this week, I had a very important meeting that I knew was going to be taking place. And the time of the meeting got changed. And so immediately I start dealing with doubt. I mean, doubt to the point where I'm thinking of all the things that could go wrong, all of everything that could go haywire. And I had that meeting on yesterday, and that meeting went good. There was nothing to fear. God kept telling me that all week, but that didn't mean I didn't continue to wrestle with why did the time change? Is there some hidden message behind this time change? Is something going to take place? Is there going to be a shift in my life? And I'm telling y'all, when I say trust God and arrest these different things that we're going through, Pastor Mike couldn't have put that message out at a better time. We have to arrest doubt. We have to arrest fear. We have to arrest all of those things that are charging our mind at different times and different seasons that want to make us doubt what God can do, that want to make us doubt what he has promised. There's things that God has promised, but you can best believe there's going to be situations and circumstances to pop up in your life to make you feel like, nah, I don't think that's going to take place. You better think about an A, B, C, and D. And God is telling you that what I said I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it in my timing. So you've just got to sit back and trust me. I'm talking about just dealing with fear. If you're an entrepreneur, I know for my husband in the wintertime, it can get slower. In the summer, spring, even in the fall, we're banging. And the only thing that God has been putting in me and my husband's spirit is that God will provide. And so there were people that were reaching out and asking us to do deals that they didn't even know God had sent them. Because it was like, okay, it's starting to get a little shaky. But when I tell you, you got to trust God that he knows what you need and he will send the people to provide what you need. Just trust God. And I've been telling my husband that a lot because he speaks it to me and I speak it right back to him. My shirt even today says, God is a way maker. He's a way maker. He will make a way out of no way. He will do some things that your mind can't even imagine. When the week started, you may have nothing. By the end of the week, you may be like, but God, how am I going to get all of these things done? And so just even trusting God in my husband's business, trusting God for things that my kids need to be done in their life, just trusting God for things that I need him to do, trusting God for those friends that I talk to and I know that they need doors and miracles to be opened in their life, worked out in their life, just trusting God to be a way maker in all areas, all avenues of those things that he has promised us that he would do. God will provide. Just know that, because I didn't want to stay on a long time today. It's a very, very productive day to me. I don't like to say busy because it is a blessing to be able to do the things that we do, to be entrusted to do the things that we do. But just know this, when you've been healed in one area, the devil's going to try to attack you in another. That is his job, to keep us in doubt, keep us in fear, keep us in anxiety. I always say anxiety for me is just being overwhelmed, not giving those things to God that you can't control. Some things we're just not in control of. And so even as I, got over the headache this morning and just began to thank God for clearing the pain that was in my head, because it was a migraine. I knew it wasn't a regular headache. Like, I took the pills, but I had to put a towel over my head and I had to, turn off all the lights to make sure there was no noise. I just knew even in that, God is a healer. He's a healer. When you just pray, even over those small things, when you got a headache, when you need your finances to be stretched, when you need your kids to act right, when your job is in disarray, when your emotions are trying to control you, just take it to God, give it to God and let him handle it, because all it does is lead to you being overwhelmed by those things that you can't control. And so, as we end this week, God is good. He's good. We are preparing for the disconnect. As I always say, do some things that your future self will thank you for, even if it's just getting some rest, planning ahead, doing some things that you said that you would do. We're in the fourth quarter. So a lot of times, if you're in business for yourself, there's loose ends that you need to tie up. You need to be planning for your Q1 so that you're ahead of the game, not waiting into the new year to get started, but getting started now on those things that you had promised yourself that you would do. And so y'all, just want to jump on, encourage, motivate somebody. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, give it to God and get you some rest. Give it to God. Go on with your day. I think I said a couple of weeks ago, there are 2 days that you can't do anything about. That's yesterday and that's tomorrow. So all you can do is live in today and enjoy today. Make memories in today. Because God don't want us stressing over those things that he's already in control of anyway. So if you're out and about, make sure that you're letting your light shine. Why? Because your transparency is leading to so many others being transformed. This has been your Girl 7, and I will see you soon.